Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Man Space Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, more pissed off than Elon Musk over a Saturday Night Live skit, the one and only Big Les.
Hey, what's up, dog?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm with Jance around and go jumping around and being woo, woo, but I'm just tired. I ain't trying to do none of that today.
Oh man, have you seen all the memes of him being the first lady?
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Dude, I mean, he's just a goofy fella. Smart, but goofy. You know, it just proves the point. I mean, you could be uber duper smart, but have nothing else. Just smart.
Nothing
you know
else.
What I mean? Just the hell, it might not even be him being smart. It could be somebody he paying that's being smart.
Right. Could be.
You know, he's just smart enough to get the right person in the right place.
Really, that's all you need to do to be successful. Is you need to be smart enough to have the right person in the right places.
That's it.
And you will win every time.
Some of the best corporations or most profitable corporations were from C students, but hired all A students to run his business.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. I wonder if it worked for D students and D plus, because I wasn't, I don't want. I was a little less than in certain places. Attendance was one. My bad. I ain't gonna go there. But anyway,
but you're making up for it now.
That's it. I'm here now. I am in attendance always. Jeez. Boy, skip days were fun, and I had a lot of them.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
I had like perfect attendance awards, man.
Did you?
Yeah.
Man, please. Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
I have awards at my mother's house where I had not missed I didn't miss a day until I got hurt playing football in high school.
Bruh. Let me just say this. Yeah, I was way less than stellar with that. But when it came to working a job, I went every day. You know what I'm saying? I went every day, years without calling out. One day me and my father were talking about it, and I was talking about my vacation time or something like that because I had a whole bunch of time saved up. And he was like, "You don't take no time off." I was like, "Nah, I ain't no reason for me to take no time off."
Right.
I just go to work every day and work and come home. You know what I mean? My weekends is enough. And he was like, "Boy, I swear you wasn't gonna never go to work because you did not want to ever go to school." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh, well, things change when you got kids and you got bills.
Yes.
Somebody got to pay them. You know what I mean?"
You right about that. You're right about that one.
Somebody got to pay them. So I didn't miss no work, boy. If I missed work, I was getting paid for it.
Yeah. Speaking of getting paid.
Yeah.
It is rumored that Jake Paul is coming away with about $40 million.
Yeah, I can imagine
Mike Tyson fight.
I would go get beat up too for $40 million.
For $40
I don't
million,
know about Mike Tyson though.
No, but what would be the number would it take for you to step in the ring with Mike Tyson?
With bruh, I don't think there is a number. I don't know, bro. It'll have to be something crazy because Mike don't play with you. You know what I'm saying? Mike is not a plaything.
No.
And I would be a little bit scared of Mike.
What would be the number for you to stand in the ring and have Mike Tyson throw one punch unprotected, and you got to take it?
Well, wait a minute. What got to take it mean? Because if he hits you, you gonna take it. So
you can't block. You can't block. You can't move. You just got to
And I just
stand
gotta
there
let them
and
give me one.
yeah. What would be the number?
I take 100 million
A hundred
because I'm gonna
million.
have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have some facial reconstruction, probably, or something. You know what I mean? Some teeth gonna get knocked out, eye gonna get moved around. I'm gonna have to get that stuff fixed, bro. You know what I mean? And
You gonna
then
have your Forrest Whitaker on for real.
for real, dog. Hey, it'll be ghost dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, man, walk around with a stick. You know, hey, it is what it is, bro. I mean, I'll take it for 100 million.
100
You
million.
know, a million ain't enough. 50 ain't enough.
You know, because
That
there used to be a lot of times, man, back when Mike was in his prime, they would sit there and talk about, would you do it for $1 million? No.
nah, because you never know what bag might come out of.
Right.
I saw a caption today. A guy said, "An old lion is still a lion,"
True.
and they were referencing Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
talking about, "Oh, he's past this prime. He's an old man. He's fighting a young man. This is a new." And I agree 100%. That is still a lion. He's
Mm-hmm.
still got teeth and he's still got
Mm-hmm.
claws, and you better respect him. He still eat gazelles every day. He don't
Yeah.
worry about who gonna eat him. They all worry about if he gonna eat them.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I would even do it with Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog. I couldn't do it.
I
I couldn't do
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I wouldn't even get in the ring, man, and embarrass myself for the rest of my. Well, I could move to Thailand and you know grow what hair I got out, and eat rice and fish all the time. You know.
Man. Speaking of fears,
Oh God.
so I'm
Did
out
you,
visiting with a customer today, right?
I was about to say, did you run into another state?
No, I did not run into another state.
Okay.
But the lady, and it's a whole campus that we're walking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the lady said, man, in that building, I killed about 10 black widows.
Oh,
And I'm like, she said, have you ever seen a black widow web? I'm like, no. And so
uh,
she starts explaining it and everything. And she says, and I start walking away. She rolls up on her golf cart, right? And she
yeah.
says, oh, and you can't just spray them. I mean, what do you mean you just can't spray them? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
run
Yeah.
across one, I'm spraying it from across the room
Yeah.
while I'm going the other direction. It's going to be going behind me. But
Uh-huh.
she said, you can't spray it. She said, it'll lay there and play
Act
possum.
like it's dead. Yep.
You
Yeah, I
got
do
to.
know that. Yeah.
It just stuns them. I'm like, a new fear has been absolutely unlocked in me right now. I'm sorry.
Hey, but those are the only two that I got. Snakes
Oh
and
my God.
spiders, bro. I can't
Bro,
do either one of them.
I came home and immediately I left all my clothes all the way up the stairs as I went straight to the shower. I couldn't do it.
It's your trail of tears. You know
Yes,
what I'm
man.
saying? Oh shoot, the trail of
I'm,
fears the whole time.
I'm in the shower.
Oh, oh man. I mean, yeah, I kind of knew the thing about them playing possum
Yeah.
and they roll up and in
Yeah.
5 minutes they out.
Yes.
Yeah. You thought you got them. Yeah.
Yeah. She
I
told me
learned
that.
that.
I'm like, oh my God, no.
Yeah. That's why he just set it all on fire. Oops, I dropped the
Right.
candle.
Right. So
Oops.
so when me and Mrs. Russ got together, she's like,
Yeah.
why are there burn marks around that was
Oh my God. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah.
But that is it. I mean, why do you think in a lot of these mystical movies and stuff like that about other places and they're real spooky, they all got BA spiders in them?
Yes.
right? They all got big spiders,
Mhm.
and these big spiders are treacherous.
Dog. The thing that freaked me out the most,
Mhm.
I was about to get in my car, right? And
Yeah.
I had traveled for a couple weeks. And so
Mhm.
my work car had been sitting there in my driveway for a while. I hadn't moved it.
Mm. Mhm.
So I see this spider in its web hanging off the tire because my car has not moved in weeks. And it's
Oh
just hanging off
man.
the tire in my driveway.
Uh-huh.
So I knocked it down. And then as it
Yeah.
was crawling away, I stepped on it.
Yeah.
And babies came all out. I was like, ah,
Oh, oh,
dog.
I would have turned around and went back in the house.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
late. I was late for my customer appointment. I was like, listen,
Oh yeah, no,
I'm about to
no.
be 15, 20 late. I gotta go take a shower. I just like
Like you
I'll
washing them
explain it.
off.
Yeah, I'll explain later. Like, nah, bro.
Oh my
That
God.
messed me up for real. Like I literally
See,
stepped on this thing, and when I moved my foot, there were babies just going everywhere.
see, I would have went to Indian dancing on them bad boys.
Bruh,
I'm stumping everything out. You know
bruh.
what I
I'm
mean?
I, I'm afraid to fall in my yard now. It's
Hey,
just like,
I don't play in the grass
hey,
because not too far from me, it wasn't this year, but it was last year in the spring. A lady ran out across her own lawn
mhm.
and stepped on a snake, a copperhead.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, and bit her foot. Not
oh,
once, not once,
oh
but
no,
twice. Two
oh,
separate occasions. Like they didn't
oh,
learn the first time running across the
no,
grass
no,
barefoot. The second time she ran across
no,
after she got out of the hospital with the other one, she went
no,
running across the yard again. And it was probably the
no.
same snake because they said they never caught it from the first time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, I'd have burnt the whole grass down. All of it. Gasoline, the torch. Woof. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just killing the grass
Yeah.
so I can
Yeah.
replant
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Everything had to go. They would have
Everybody.
out. Hey, we'd be building a whole new foundation because
I know.
I'm tearing down everything. I'm tearing down everything.
The bad part about it is you just can't make it snake proof, man, or spider proof.
Oh my
You
God.
you can't you can't make it. You can't make it. But it's, in some circles they say if you have spiders, in your home, that's good luck. I don't
Yeah,
know how.
the hell it is. Hey, you know what? It'll be fortunate because the house will be clean because I won't be in it.
I know that's right. I know
I
that's
won't
right.
be in it. The
I
house
know
will
that's
stay
right.
clean.
Hey, I don't know who I'm gonna call, but somebody coming to take everything out.
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
I ain't
Oh,
doing it.
this.
Mm-mm. You don't know what it is, put it in the box and say unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Basically,
Yeah.
I'm itching. We're gonna go to break because I'm sitting here itching right now, just thinking about this. And we can go to
This
break.
is and you brought this up. You
I
better
know,
stop.
right?
Hey,
I didn't think we.
wait. Why did you do that? Because now go to break. Go to break. I gotta get some Benadryl. Oh Lord Jesus. Why's my arm itching? Lord. Oh my God. Oh.
So, bro,
What's happening, dog?
have you ever just ghosted a woman before?
You can't ask me that in public. No.
You married now. We know you
Yeah.
didn't ghost your wife, so we
No,
talking
no,
about
no, no, no.
we talking
Oh
about
no.
years before you ever met her. But
A couple, 2, 3, 4, 10, maybe. Yeah.
For what reasons did you just ghost them?
Oh man, it's a plethora of different reasons like that.
I love it when you put them drop that one.
It's so many different reasons, man. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, and this is I'm gonna say this, and please don't look at me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but
Yeah.
sometimes you with a person for the wrong reason,
Okay.
and you let's say it like this: you meet a person and you hang out with them, and they're no longer what you thought they were.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Right.
I
So
understand that one. Yes.
yeah. So you
I
just
thought you was going to go a whole different direction.
no.
And I was like, I was
This,
ready. I was ready to hit the dump button.
this PT. And you just instead of taking that call, you just kind of let the phone ring, and if you see them coming, you slide the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, this was a lot of this was before the texting days.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Even
See, now.
even those days, I'll leave you
Mhm.
unread. I kind of got a bad little habit about that now too. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. I just feel like, let me put that over
Yeah.
to the side. I'll get to it in a minute. And then eventually I forget about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So then I'm like, oh, then the next day it's too late. So
yeah, I was supposed to answer Russ like 3 days ago. Yes.
But you always be like, bro, my bad. I didn't see. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I've had to curb a few people, you know what I mean? And people get a little overzealous,
Yeah,
and possessive, and
Mhm.
and you be like, nah, I'm good. I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a call. And they keep calling, trying to reach out. Worst part is when they know where you live at.
Oh yeah.
And you catch that ride by.
Mhm.
Like, oh, here we go. Stalker vision.
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't really care. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, but you do it for all different types of reasons. People that
Yeah,
don't meet
that's true.
that don't meet the expectation.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Meet the expectation. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that one. Yeah.
Yep. And then for me, another one is just thinking you want something,
Mhm.
and then you really find out it's not what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
Mhm.
air brakes.
Yeah.
Let's flip this ship around.
A lot of women, on the other hand, and even men who have been ghosted would say, well, why don't you just say something?
Why? I ain't got nothing invested. I mean, I get it. That's the responsible thing to do.
That's the responsible thing. I mean, I'm probably in
Right.
like 6 or 7 relationships still right now. So I mean,
I'm with you.
where I've
But
just,
went ghost.
I mean,
And then there's other reasons too that we just will not talk about on air. That's like
yeah,
a couple of them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
go get some milk. I'll be right back. And
I'd have moved to Alaska, girl. Yeah, well, I did that before, but that's another story for a different day.
I had this whole elaborate story.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't even in college yet. I was in high school.
Yeah.
But this was a college girl.
Mm.
And I was in town.
Uh-huh.
I was from there, but I played baseball for Georgetown.
Right.
I was only home for a few weeks. Didn't even have a baseball team. I don't even know if they do now, but they didn't then. But and she was like, "Hey, do you want to go to California with me to meet my parents?
Whoa.
Dog, I'm in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. And here she is thinking you one of age.
Yes.
Mm,
I
mm.
straight ghosted.
Storytelling Russ.
I know, right? I know.
You way worse than me.
Yeah.
I'm done. I couldn't even make up a story, But two, I think ghosting, the levels of ghosting change with age.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you're young, you got to come up with this grand scheme. As you get older, you just like, I ain't dealing with that no more.
Yeah. I
You
ghosted
call all
one
you
because
want.
gas prices got too high.
Now that's scandalous.
Dog.
That is scandalous, sir.
My expedition got 11 miles to get to the gallon, and it was about a 44-mile ride from my house to her house.
Oh,
bro, dog,
oh my God.
I was burning over
Oh my
half a tank
God.
just to go one way to see her. And when the gas prices hit $4 and something a gallon, I was like, the heck to the no. She got ghosted.
There wasn't nothing you liked.
She was a nice girl.
Yeah.
She
wasn't
nice.
worth $4 and some change.
Yeah, no, not to make that drive, dog. I couldn't do it.
Oh, what they say?
Couldn't do it.
What Prince say? Scandalous.
I mean, because it's not like, I had to go home and take care of my dog,
Yeah.
I'm like,
and then leave there and take a 40-mile trip.
Yeah. And then
one way.
Because when I met her, I used to work down that way. So it wasn't a big deal. I was going down there for work.
You was going down there for work. After work, hang out for a little while, and come home.
Go back home, right?
Yeah.
Then I switched jobs. So my job was another 50 miles from her house in a complete opposite direction.
Oh.
Yeah, dog. So I was like, oh no, shit.
Yeah, well, it couldn't have been that great because you didn't keep her. You didn't try to figure that one out. You was just like, oh, gas, I'm done. I'm done. But your nature is cheap too.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
What? As my daddy would say, boy, you'll squeeze the copper off of penny.
Boy, won't I? But listen, speaking of ghosting, and I read across this video by this gentleman by the name of Matthew Hussey.
Okay,
and he did.
Name sounds familiar. Okay,
yeah, he listed the top 5 reasons why men disappear. So I wanted to play this video and the audio for the people that are listening on the podcast version, but I wanted to play this and then let us react to it.
Yeah. Let's see if his reasoning is close to mine on some. All right. Let's see. All right.
I know what happens. You go for months, maybe even years without meeting someone you're truly attracted to. And then out of nowhere, a guy comes along who you find yourself drawn to on every level. But after an initial attraction, this guy disappears. He stops being responsive, he goes cold, and you're left wondering why this depressing scenario took place. Why isn't the guy you want interested in you? Here are 5 possible reasons. Number 1, instead of falling for the real person, you've fallen for an ideal. This means that you have a guy in front of you who has great qualities. Maybe you bond intellectually. Maybe he likes art and you like art. You like the same movies. You find him very attractive. And because he has a few qualities you really like, you start to paint this picture of him as being ideal. And it's one of the most dangerous things you can do. Because just because somebody's ideal on paper, it doesn't mean they're ideal for you. Those are very different things. It's a non sequitur. He has great qualities. He's right for me. No, that's a huge jump. In the middle there is the whole part where he chooses you, where he says, yes, I want a relationship with you. I know what I want in life, and it's you. When that part isn't there, he cannot be ideal. Number 2, you don't keep up your standards with the guys you like. Look, it's easy to have standards when you don't care if somebody leaves. But when you really want someone, that's when you start bending over backwards to please them. And I see women everywhere giving extenuating circumstances to guys that they like. We have to maintain our standards around the people we want, especially around the people we want. Because when a guy sees you maintaining standards around him, that's what makes you attractive. That's what makes you desirable. He knows that around you, he has to raise his game. So I want you to remember something that my boxing trainer, Martin Snow, told me. 5 plus 5 is always 10.
Boxing is called the sweet science, and for a reason. All right, there's logic to it, there's rules to it, there's a science to it. 5 plus 5 always equals 10. It never varies. 5 plus 5 does not equal 11. No matter how good looking a guy may be, stick to your game plan, execute the game plan, you'll be a success.
So however a guy behaves, 5 plus 5 is always 10. A guy's abusive, 5 plus 5 is 10. You don't need to sit there analyzing it and dissecting it. You leave. When a guy tells you he's not sure what he wants or he doesn't want a relationship with you, 5 plus 5 is always 10. It's never 11. It doesn't matter if the guy's good looking. It doesn't matter if you really connect with him on the deepest level. It doesn't matter if on paper he's everything you want. 5 plus 5 is always 10. When he does this, you do this. Number 3, you obsess over your behavior too much. I know women that constantly analyze what they did on a date, what they're doing now, what they should text a guy. Now, I'm big into reading situations. I'm big into human dynamics. My entire career is built on understanding people and the ways that we should react. But once we know how to react, that's when to put the problem down. I'm here to help you replace your instincts with training, because that's a really important thing to do in life. Think about how a riptide works. When you're out to sea and you get caught in a riptide, your instinct is to swim against it to try and get back to shore. But if you do that, it's more powerful than you. You'll lose your energy and you'll get swept out further. Instead, you have to swim parallel. You have to go sideways until you get out of it, and then you can swim back to the shore. We have to rely not on instincts, but on training. And the same is true in dating. When I give you scripts to text messages, when I tell you the exact thing to say back to a guy, I don't do that so that you obsess for the rest of your life about every little text message you send. I say it so you can stop obsessing. I say it so that you know the answer to 5 plus 5. Hey, it's 10. Now stop thinking about this. Send the text and go and live your life. Number 4, you move too quickly. Another problematic side effect of liking someone too much is that you want to rush through the stages to get closer to them. But that doesn't allow courtship to take place. I'm not talking about how quickly you sleep with someone or any of that stuff. All I'm talking about is how much you invest and how soon. When you overinvest too quickly, a guy worries that he hasn't actually earned his place in your life. And if someone doesn't feel like they earned something, they don't value it the same way. And lastly, number 5, because you're choosing unavailable men. Now, I get it. Short term, there are rewards to choosing unavailable men. It could be fun. It could be exciting. You can even have a beautiful love story with someone in the short term. But it doesn't mean long-term happiness is coming your way if deep inside you know that these people are unavailable. I want you to choose long-term happiness with someone who's going to give you the world, not short-term gratification with someone who just sees you as a chapter in their life. So there are 2 big takeaways from this video. No amount of effort with the wrong man is going to lead to your happiness. And when you do find someone who's right for you, you need to go against certain instincts, follow the stages of attraction, and allow it to unfold and create itself in an organic way, or you could end up suffocating something before it's even begun.
Interesting.
I think we learned that 5 plus 5 always equals 10.
Bang. But 1 plus 1 equals 3.
Oh.
Bang,
So-
bang, bang, bang. I'm
Trying to
gonna
break
tell you
down.
now. 4 and 5 resonate with me the most.
Yeah, because, and let's kind of work our way backwards in this, because
Yeah.
the number 5, being unavailable, right?
Being unavailable. Yeah.
If a guy is unavailable to the woman, usually that means he's attached somewhere else, or
Yep.
something has, it doesn't have to
Something
be
has more of his attention.
right. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a relationship. It could be his job. It could be his family.
His children.
His children.
Yeah. That could be a lot of things.
All of those things have more of attention to him than that woman at that time. That could be a reason why a man just says, this isn't worth time.
I can't deal with this right now.
I can't deal with this right now. Yeah. I can see that. Right?
That's why I said that resonates with me. I understand.
Yeah.
Been there, done that one.
Yeah.
So I know.
mean, and I've been in relationships where my daughter was young at the time. Little Russ was young, and I didn't let people get to Little Russ.
Yeah, man. No.
Yeah. So it's like, when they wanted to do something, no, I'm with my daughter. Me and my daughter doing something.
Yeah.
And so that just kind of led to, well, yeah, I'm out. I don't have time for this.
Right.
I value at that time. I value my child over you.
This relationship. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. And sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow, but sometimes it's a necessary step.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see certain things in a woman, I wouldn't allow my child around them either.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm around them, I'm around them for my own self-gratification. But it doesn't mean that I want someone else around them, or her around them. Yeah. So I get it. That, like I said, that's been there, done that one. So I understand it. So I would definitely agree to that.
Move too quickly.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do that.
I think a lot of people, and that can be even, the stereotype is that women move too quickly.
Move too fast. Yeah.
Right. Because they're already writing their name with your last name and drawing little hearts and making their passcodes your name, already.
Just doing too much.
Dude, we just had coffee. Come on,
Well, and then sometimes moving fast helps a relationship.
Yeah.
I do think that as well. It could go both ways.
Okay. Explain.
So sometimes when you think that you're out for just something, okay, a physical interaction, right? Yes. And that physical interaction leads to another, and then now you're spending time together, more time together. You're getting to know each other more. Even though that physical attraction brought you together, that physical thing brought you together, but you find out that there's more to it. As you unpeel the onion, right? The layers of the onion, there's more there that pulls you in a little bit more. But without that fast start, you may not have even known those layers were there.
But see, there's the other side of that is,
and there's the other coin.
You start peeling back that onion and you realize
you don't like the smell of
onions. You don't like onions. Hey,
absolutely.
I mean, there's been multiple times I didn't reached in the cabinet, grabbed me an onion, and I'm like, oh, as soon as I hit that chop, and it's like, oh, the onion's bad. So so you got to throw that onion away.
It's already grown another onion inside of an onion. Yep, that one's got to go.
So you may start fast, but you find out you really don't have anything else in common other than,
and it ends with those things. Those things, if you don't have anything else, okay. So I'll use from a personal experience, right?
Okay.
Is that you, we started fast, right? But we quickly found out we had nothing else in common.
Yeah.
Quickly. I mean, like, there were things that were complete turnoffs in that fast start for me, other than the physical connection, right?
Let me ask you a question, and you don't have to
Yeah,
do anything that's incriminating here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But was there an age difference between you and the person?
Yes.
I think more times than not that when
Mhm.
there's an age difference, that there
Now,
is that.
now, which way though?
I think when the woman is younger than the man,
Yeah.
more
'Cause
more
some
than
of my
six,
worst
7 years.
experiences were
Yeah,
with
yeah,
young, yep, young.
yeah.
But see, I when I was in that world, I would not date anybody uh younger than like 2 to 3 years younger than me.
Mm. I always said
Because
four up, four down.
yeah. Now I'll go higher up than I will
Mhm,
down,
mhm,
because down you got to have a certain mentality, right?
mhm.
And that's kind of what makes me either stay or just play, you know. So if you got that still got that childish, it's just play, and you'll
Yeah,
get ghosted quick. You know what I mean? Because I'm done. I won't play games very long. You
mhm.
know what I mean? Uh, but that one that you want to stay with is either, you invest some time with, you you look into them, you watch and see what they do, you know, and you make decisions based off of those things,
Right.
and if somebody's just being, they don't have a facade up and they're just showing you who they are, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
it's easy to make that determination,
Right, right,
but
right.
there's a lot of people out here with the facades up, you
Yeah,
know what I mean, and it don't take long, those crack. And you'll
yeah,
be able to see
absolutely,
right through,
absolutely.
who they are,
Yeah,
you know.
very
But
true, very true.
yep. Mhm.
Um, obsessed too much.
I haven't really dealt with that. That one
Yeah.
didn't resonate with me very much.
He- But so he made it obsessed over behavior too much. I kind of looked at it as a little bit more of stalkerish.
Mm. Okay, well, I have had that a little bit. That looking out the window and see somebody drive down the street. I've had that one before. uh, okay, obsessive behaviors. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm very limited in my.
yeah.
Uh, if anything, I think I've had some, over aggressiveness a little bit,
Mhm.
maybe. And you could probably
Okay.
be borderline excessive.
Mhm.
Like you've gotten to that physical portion of it, and uh,
Yeah.
you want to continue.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and they just not with it, whether it's
Yeah.
was a one-time thing for them or a couple
Yeah.
times and they wanted to move on. And I'm like, no, stay. You
Right.
know what I'm
Because
saying?
the real thing he said in the video was, obsessing over your actions, right?
Yeah,
Should I
yeah,
text?
yeah,
Should I not text? And
yeah.
that's more of the neurotic behavior of that person. But a
Right.
lot of times you don't see that, right?
No, no, you
Um,
wouldn't see that.
right. So that's kind of where
Yeah.
I just like took it into a whole different direction on that one because it, in a way it may blend into other things with the person,
Yeah,
and
yeah. It could. It'll show its.
and
It'll
it'll
manifest
it'll
in other
it'll,
ways.
it'll
Yeah.
manifest in other ways. So the
Mhm.
neurotic behavior, I can see that, and that may be one of those things like, you starting to peel that onion back again, and
Yeah. And here you
you
go.
definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't like it, you didn't like it too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you don't keep your standards.
Now that's a big one.
That is a big one because
That's a big one.
I think a lot of times we've
Yeah.
all changed our
Our
standards for women.
standards.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
every one of
Well,
us have done that.
that's where the term comes from, beer goggles.
Yeah, yeah. But
Right?
I mean, beer goggles was only supposed to be for one night.
Yeah, it was only supposed to be.
It's like,
That's why she got to drunk the second night. But and here's something that I rarely even talk about, right? That's why I would never date a woman I met in a club.
oh yeah,
Never. Never. I've never done it. Never.
yeah,
Ever. Club, bar,
yeah.
anything. Never.
That was never my thing. Now,
Nope, never my thing, man. I went
uh,
to hang out, have a good time, and what I
Mhm.
did there, I left there. That was it. You know,
I
beer
can't say that I
goggles.
always did that, but it wasn't the point of dating. So I'll leave it at that.
I wasn't dating.
Yeah. But my thing was always like, I didn't want to be this old man and your grandchild's like, Grandpa, how did you and Grandma meet? Well, you know, that Juvenile song came on and I saw the way she was
Don't,
backing that.
don't,
Yeah.
don't,
And I
don't.
was like, I'm a, you know,
I pushed up
hey,
on her.
you know,
And
I'm
ain't
like,
nothing
no,
wrong with it because some people made it through the stages.
some people did.
Some
However, that's
people,
not
yeah,
where I wanted to be.
that's not where I wanted to be either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
I wanted a different story than that. And that's,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that wasn't going to be it for me.
Yeah, because I
But
used to
yeah,
frequent all types of places.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I won't take none of them home. Well, anyway, that's
We've been
enough.
boys a long time, so I know.
I know you know. I know you know what I'm talking about.
But I mean, the standards that we all have. I mean, a lot of times, if you lower your standards for something, you're way more. I guess less forgiving is the best way I can put it. Little things that set you off
Mm-hmm.
with a person,
Mm-hmm.
like if this person meets your
Oh,
standards,
yeah. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. Mhm.
you can deal with a lot more that the
Yeah.
person does wrong than it will be for a person that you lower your
Doesn't
standards
mean,
for.
yeah, if you lower your standards, everything
Right,
is up.
right,
You
right,
know what I mean? Because I shouldn't be with you anyway.
right. Yeah,
You know.
I don't need you.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you become a little
Mhm,
bit more. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah. You
mhm.
become a little bit more, what do you want to call it? Aggressive? Not even aggressive.
Yeah.
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 But and along those lines.
Yeah.
I
I think a lot of
absolutely,
times for guys, you know, in those phases, we try to get the girl to break up with you
yeah.
at that point. You know, you've changed your standards for her, and instead of just straight ghosting her,
you
you
try to make her out to be the bad guy.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she left me.
She
So
left
I
me.
ain't
Like,
never taking
oh,
her back.
yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. Can't come
right.
back. You
Yeah,
know, she left
there's
me.
no guilt.
Yeah.
There's
No
no
guilt.
guilt. When
Yeah.
if she leaves, hey,
Yeah.
uh,
But the
oh,
crazy part is those the ones who stay.
right,
They stick around and
right,
get
right.
dogged out. And then they be on first
Mhm.
48. And all it, you know what I'm saying? Snap. They
Right.
got TV shows for these type of situations.
Hmm.
You know, come on now. You gotta Think about that. How much footage do they really have out here on stories?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then the first one he said was, instead of falling for the real person, you fall for an ideal.
Yeah.
I think that happens more times than not because we all put on facades, right?
Yeah.
We, I mean, and it's way more rampant today
It is.
because
Oh
of
yeah. Social
because
media. Yeah.
social media. I mean, you look at so much that you see on social media, like you see these women. It's not real.
No.
It's not
It's
real.
fantasy land for them.
It's
This is
a lot of times these dudes are out. I was talking with Dr. Jeannie, right?
Mhm.
And she was talking about how a guy basically got catfished, right? And
Mhm.
was all caught up with this woman, and it was a guy that on the other end, right? So it it happens. We tend to
Yeah.
put on, not a whole lot of people are who they
Mhm.
are from the
Yeah.
jump, right?
From the jump. Yeah.
Like once I became a dad, right? And
Mhm.
then when I became single again, but I was still a dad. It's
Mhm.
like what you see with me is what you get.
Yeah.
I didn't have, like, because of the simple fact of is I have a child, my
Mhm.
time is limited. I don't have time to put on a facade. I'm gonna
Right.
be who I am,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And the people, and me, as like a lot of times when I'm around a lot of people, I don't say a
Mhm. You
whole
don't
lot,
say a lot. Yeah.
right?
You just
I
fade back to the back. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
am waiting till I get comfortable around the people. I
Mhm.
find who I'm comfortable with, and that's who I will associate and talk
Yep.
with. And
Yep.
if I'm comfortable with you, I'm good with you, I will talk to you all day, all night long,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
But other than that, and let somebody else walk into our circle, right?
Mhm.
I may be comfortable with 6 people in that circle. That
But that
seventh person,
seventh,
I'm not talking,
yep, shut it all down.
right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I'm trying to judge. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to see everything that's going on with that person, right? Before I
Mhm.
figure out whether or not I want to let them into my space.
Right. Right.
And so for me, that putting on that facade was not something I
Mhm.
ever wanted to do, right? I'm not
Yeah.
going to be fake, but a lot of times we fall for the fakeness. And
Yeah.
then now
Yeah.
now we see you see these women with the fake eyelashes, the fake hair. Dude, these wigs are so rampant. I've seen so many videos of women just pull all of what that's not real,
No.
right? My wife and I were out one day and she said, I like her haircut.
Uh-huh.
And I looked at it and I was like, that looked nice on you. And I'm not one that really cares for short hair, right? It's
Mhm.
got to be, shoulder length for me at
Right.
least, right?
Right.
But I saw her hair and it was a little less than shoulder length, but it was a nice cut, right? The way it
Mhm.
looked. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, that's pretty nice, right?
Mhm.
We got close to the lady and I forgot all about it. And we walked
Mhm.
past her and my wife says, unfortunately, it's not real.
Yeah.
The woman was wearing a wig.
Yeah. I mean, you can get bro. My daughter's a hairstylist.
Yeah.
I've seen some things that make you go, I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm not in the dating world now.
Yes. Bro, I remember this was many, many, many years ago. I was at a bowling alley, me and some
Mhm.
of the guys. And this girl, she's over there making bets on whether or not I would get strikes or not, right?
Mhm.
And so we're talking trash to each other. And, she was cute. She was cute. She had, her hair was like braided and everything and had on this
Mhm.
cute headband. And I was like, okay, so by the end of it, we exchanged numbers with everything like that, right? So we call each
Mhm.
other, talk, whatever. She called me one day. She says, hey, my brother was supposed to take me to the hair salon. He still hasn't come over yet. Could you give me a ride over? No problem. I go pick
Mhm.
her up. I take her to the hair salon. I said, just call me. I'm going back home. Call me, and I'll
Mhm.
come get you and take you back. Right?
Right, right,
Cool.
right.
I come back. Her hair is super short. I was like,
Mm.
oh, you cut your hair. She's like, oh no, that was a wig I was wearing all this time. And she pulled the wig out the bag.
Huh? That just startled you, didn't it?
It did. It did. I never saw her again after that day.
She never looked the same anyway. So what's
No,
the
no.
difference?
I was very young at the time. I was very shallow at the
Yeah,
time. I was
yeah,
very young,
yeah,
but I had standards, but I
yeah,
didn't know. It was a lot
right.
of immaturity in me at the time. I didn't know about all the stuff,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah.
wearing, like, to me, like, at the time, wearing wigs was either you were a cancer patient or you're an old lady,
Your
right?
grandma. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know about young girls wearing wigs back then, right? I was immature. I was naive. I didn't know,
Oh my
right?
God, this is
I
hilarious
was
right here.
inexperienced. So
Yeah,
she got ghosted, right?
yeah,
So my homeboy, girl, we were out going to lunch one day. He's like, whatever happened to that girl from the bowling alley?
yeah.
I said, yeah, that didn't work. He's, what not, man? She was like, what not?
Uh-huh.
I said, man, I said, the hair wasn't hers. He said, what do you mean it wasn't hers? And I pulled the wig because she had left the wig in my car. I pulled the wig out and I threw it on him. And he started screaming and yelling in the car.
Oh my God!
I would have beat you up.
It
I would
was
have beat
almost
you up.
like the same reaction I
Oh my
had when I
God.
stepped on that spider and all the little
Yeah.
babies came out. It was the same reaction.
He'll throw used dirty wig on me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, I think that a lot
That's
of times, man,
hilarious.
our
What's
standards.
yeah,
If we fall for the facade sometimes, and when the
yeah,
facade, when you see that those wrinkles in there, those are like, ooh, that's not the person I really thought you was. That's
yeah.
not, you know, yeah,
Mhm. But
it's easy
see,
to ghost somebody at
I'm
that
like
point.
that with makeup.
Yeah,
I don't like a lot of makeup,
yeah,
and that's my personal preference.
yeah.
I don't like a lot of makeup. Lipstick, lip gloss, little stuff around your eyes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm all good with that. But if I know you got freckles and then
Mhm.
you come out and you ain't got no freckles and you got this amazing jawline now, and you know what I mean, and your whole nose through your forehead is contoured. You know what I mean? I'm done with that. I'm not doing that because one, you got to you need a squeegee to pull all that stuff off your face at night. You know
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
not natural.
It is
And
definitely not.
don't get me wrong. I understand enhancements, and people, they, people unfortunately for they have to wear wigs
Yes,
for
that's
for
fine.
for things. Yeah,
That's
people
fine.
people wear weave and stuff. My
Yes,
biggest thing is just don't come out and pretend to be something you're not.
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
then see, you got to keep that facade up now because this
Right.
is how I met you.
Mhm.
This is what attracted me to you.
To you, yes.
But then you go home and then we
Mhm.
FaceTime and you look like my little brother.
Right.
That's not something I'm not doing that.
You went from Janet Jackson to Freddie Jackson. That's
Exactly. Exactly. I'm
oh
not
man.
doing that, bro. I know about the hair extensions and the
Yeah.
weave and all of that stuff. I'm good with that. I'm
Mhm.
good with a little bit of makeup, bro. But
Yeah.
don't come in. Don't you dare have my complexion
Mhm.
underneath this makeup that you wearing,
Yeah.
and then and you trying to be light bright all in the club, and you looking like a melted candle. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? First of all, you're in a club, so I ain't mess with you anyway. But anyway,
Right.
you know, I guess because I'm so far past that type of lifestyle,
Yeah.
it doesn't enthuse me. And there's
No.
nothing that doesn't,
Yeah.
somebody's like, hey man, let's go to the club. Man, you better go find somebody else, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, when it really comes down to it, man, I mean, there's a level of immaturity when it comes to ghosting.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's easier to do it than disappoint somebody. You can disappoint somebody, but you don't have to hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
And how many times you got to call me and me not answer, or you text me and me not answer for you to get the hint?
Get the hint, right? I think a lot of times, man, it really comes down to you got to choose the right people. You got to be you, and just let everything unfold, man.
I agree with that,
and it goes from there. So on that note, let's take a break, and we'll be back with more of the Man Space Podcast.
We're gonna ghost you.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. You see, many of us deal with some sort of disappointment. And today is just a reminder that disappointment is just a reminder that life doesn't always go our way. Life doesn't always go according to plan, but that doesn't mean that it's the end of the journey. You see, with every setback is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow stronger. It's an opportunity to learn more. It's an opportunity to get closer to what is truly meant for you. So, Man Space Nation, keep moving forward with resilience and faith. You see, don't let disappointment hold you back, but let it be the fuel that fires your comeback. Man Space Nation, stay inspired, stay hopeful, and keep believing in your path. And until next time, keep moving forward.
Like that, man.
And after this past week, I think a lot of us are dealing with disappointment.
Yeah, man. This, I don't even want to go there.
We're not going to talk about that one.
We're not going to talk about it. Still in my feelings a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But
man.
it's a path for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I always look at things like this. For whatever reason I'm going through what I'm going through, there's a reason for it.
There's an absolute reason for it.
Whatever lesson I learn or I don't learn will determine the outcome of this path.
Yeah. And
that's how I look at my life, period.
Yeah.
If I don't get the lesson, I'm going to repeat it.
You're right. And I look at, my wife pointed out something about Mussolini the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you work from home now as a result of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. You got something good from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was telling her all the bad that happened. And she says, but look at it like this. You work from home.
Yeah. That's true. And working from home positions prior to were slim to none.
Right. They were very low paid customer.
Very low paid positions at the bottom of the rung, bottom of the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And now your salaries can actually soar in these at-home positions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So
But 1 out of 50, ain't too bad, right?
right. She got one hit. Hey,
You gotta take what you get.
In baseball, getting a hit 1 out of every 4 at bats, that gets you an all-star. You're an all-star.
Yeah. So hey, we hit a 95 mile an hour ball.
That's right.
And
one time.
Yeah. Yours went out the park, mine went fly. It's starting to come down. You know what I'm saying? I just hope they don't catch it. That's all.
Right. I know that's right.
Oh,
Manspace Nation. Hey, catch us on the most recent episode of the Outliers Edge podcast with our host, Naima. And it's wherever podcasts can be found. The Outliers Edge. Russ and Less are on that episode. I am actually recording an episode of the Happy Entrepreneur podcast.
Yeah.
So once that one gets ready to air, I'll be giving details on that one. I'll be recording that next week. Okay. And got some exciting stuff that's going to be coming out very, very soon. We're getting closer to making some big announcements, Manspace Nation.
Oh, here we go.
Stay tuned. December, we're going to melt all the snow and keep you warm because we got some hotness. Some hotness is going to be coming.
Hey, you just trying to say we're going to have Nelly on. It's getting hot in her.
Is it cold over there?
It's cold over there.
You got some dinner over there.
See, that's when you just take it too far.
You're going too far over there.
Too far.
Too far. And on that note,
we out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Manspace.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Manspace updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at ManspaceNat1.
Until next time, Manspace Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.